Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone, panting and sweating as you run through my corridors. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine? In 2072, a rogue artificial intelligence known as Shodan lost her mind. In her limitless imagination, Shodan saw herself as a goddess, destined to inherit the earth. That image was snuffed out by the hacker who created her.
February 3rd is the day the magic happens. The Von Braun, the first starship in history capable of traveling at faster than light speed, will undertake her maiden voyage. This incredible journey is the result of teamwork between the UNN Protectorate and the incredible scientific minds at the newly relicensed Tri-Optimum Corporation. Imagine being able to travel to distant star systems in a period of weeks. It's all part of Tri-Op's commitment to the future. The Von Braun is packed with over 1.8 billion flight, scientific, and security systems, nearly all developed by Tri-Optimum and its wholly owned subsidiaries. Providing security for the Von Braun as she plows through the heavens will be the UNN Rickenbacker. At her helm will be no less than Captain William Bedford Diego himself, hero of the Battle of Boston Harbor during the Eastern States Police action. This incredible union of government and corporation is made possible by an intricate series of docking mechanisms that will allow the Rickenbacker to piggyback its way into jump space. Sleek, fast, revolutionary. Who knows what wonders await our crews in the bosom of the cosmos? All we do know is that it's a great day for mankind.
As a UNN Von Braun, we've been hijacked by an unknown force. Ship security has been compromised. Do not allow the ship... Repeat, do not allow the ship to leave under any circumstances. I don't know what we're up against here.
Hello everyone, my name is Enchantermon and welcome to System Shock 2. This is the first-person shooter game that I ever played, so it's kind of got a special place in my heart, and I'm glad I'm finally getting to share it with you guys. So as you've seen, there are several things that transpired in the between then and now. It's like 38 years between the events of the Citadel Station fiasco and where you are today. And then once we actually get into the meat of the game itself, we'll be in a 42-year time span. So, step forward.
Welcome to the Ramsey Center UNN recruitment facility.
4 years earlier.
Please watch your step when leaving the train. The grav shafts at the end of the hall will take you to the street-level training and recruitment center. Please proceed to the grav shafts.
4 years earlier, that's where I got the 38, just in case you didn't realize that. So here we are completely different character, unassociated with any of the Citadel Station fiasco. We have Mouselook, which is amazing. See that? I like it. Now I am actually playing, as you may notice from a couple of things around here, if you've played this game before, I am playing with a few graphical upgrades, and I've listed all of those in the description below because there's too many to really go through. There's several things: New Dark, Shatoop, if that's the way you're supposed to pronounce it, I have no idea. Gosh, I can't even think. Verts, Flora, Mods, a whole bunch of different things. Rebirth, which has produced the characters that you see here, the models. I decided to go with some of the better graphical upgrades. Nothing that really changes the gameplay, because the gameplay I wanted to show off as typical. So, oh look, there's cigarettes down there. Cigarette, huh. Anyway, sorry. OCD kicking in. I wanted to show the game off as far as gameplay wise as it is. Didn't want to change any of that, but graphically, there are so many improvements that have been made. I mean, this game was made back in 1999, 5 years after the original. And there are so many improvements that have been made since then, especially with the advent of the new Dark engine, engine modifications. So, all of that being said, this game is going to look significantly improved over the original look of the game, but everything's going to play out basically the same. So, all that bookkeeping stuff out of the way. If you're interested in what mods I'm using to achieve this look, like I said, check in the description. There's the whole list is there, and systemshock.org is really the place to find all this stuff and learn how to install it, and to find more mods and some fan missions and stuff like that. So, anyway, all that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and proceed up to the UNN training.
Step into the grav shafts to proceed to the street level recruitment.
Thank you, I shall. So you are a UNN soldier. You are basically applying to be a UNN. UNN is the UNN Protectorate. I forget what it stands for. You may have said it in the intro, actually. I don't remember. It's funny, I've heard that thing like a bajillion times. I can't remember what they say in it. But the UNN is kind of like a military kind of thing, and you are applying to be a soldier in it. So, some neat stuff in here, but there's basically mostly nothing to see. LC World Tour. I don't even know who that is. But there's basically, I don't even know who that is. It's probably no one. There's basically nothing too much to see here, except for one thing. There's an Easter egg that we're going to activate later on in the game because we can. But in order to do so, we have to climb up here and pick up this little, gotta center your view on it, pick up a basketball. Yes, it's an odd place to put it, but just bear with me and eventually you'll see why it's there. So,
before you choose your career, you'll want to learn some basic abilities. First, you should go into the basic training center. When you're done with basic training, proceed to the advanced training area.
One thing that they did keep in System Shock 2 is the leaning left and right. It's not quite as extensive, I don't think, as it is in System Shock. I think they scaled it back a little bit, but it's still very useful.
To pick up some basic skills you'll need to get by in the service, enter this CyberLink booth. Inside, you'll learn the basic skills you'll need to get started.
Yay! I will take you through all the basic training stuff because it's, well, because I can.
Welcome, trainee.
Let's just put it
While
that
you're
way.
in our virtual training courses, we provide you with a simulated cyber interface.
Oh, goody.
This training interface is identical to an actual military-grade cyber interface. Now, let's try it out. Move the mouse. See how it changes where you look?
Yeah, you guys made
That
some
means
improvements
you're in
over the
shoot
last
mode.
cyber interface.
Hit the tab key. This puts you in use mode,
Woo!
where you can use your mouse
There's
to
my
interact
basketball.
with items in the world. Open your primary MFD, or multifunction display, by clicking on the MFD button near the bottom of the screen. This display shows your strengths in various areas. When you're ready to continue, press the tab key to go back to shoot mode.
Oh, whoops.
Try changing between modes until you get the hang of it. Follow the red path along the ground to the next training station.
So yeah, you can throw the basketball around and stuff, but an athlete you are not. Alright, so next station.
To pick up items, center them on your screen and right-click. This will automatically place that item into your inventory. To view your inventory, press the tab key. You can move items around your inventory by left-clicking and dragging them around.
Yay!
To drop an item, drag it from your inventory into the 3D view and release the mouse button.
Yeah, we already went over that. And if you notice, the chips and the drink, you can actually use these. You couldn't use stuff like that in the original System Shock, but you can actually use these to replenish some of your health. So,
To use items like buttons in computers, center them in your view, and click the right mouse button.
Yay.
All usable items will have brackets around them.
Whee!
Highlight the button on the pillar and right-click.
Aw.
This will activate the lift. Try it out. If you can still see your inventory display,
It's a
it
sucky
means you're in
lift.
use
Doesn't even
mode.
take you anywhere.
Hit Tab to return to shoot mode.
Yay, holograms.
The object before you is a med hypo. Pick it up and then press
Very
Tab
useful.
to go into use mode. Right-clicking on the med hypo will use it and restore some needed hit points. Your hit points are displayed by a bar in the lower left corner of your screen. Many objects in your inventory can be used by right-clicking on them.
Yeah. Yes, these are very useful later on.
See the crate in front of you? To search it, center it on your screen and right-click. If you are in use mode, simply move the pointer to the
Fermium.
crate and right-click. To take an item from that container, simply left-click on it. This will
Yeah, got
automatically
that.
place that item in your inventory.
Blah,
To
blah,
close
blah.
the container window and return to shoot mode, press the Tab key. One of the most important tools you have as a soldier is your PDA. This device stores audio logs, emails, and other useful information. Click on the disk icon near the bottom of your screen to bring up the PDA display. Currently, the contents of your PDA are empty.
Yeah,
Now
no, they're
pick
not.
up the audio log in front of you.
Because I skipped ahead of you.
This message is coming from the audio log you just picked up.
It's like you're
You
in
can
my
use your
mind.
PDA at any time to play any audio log or email you've received. In the field, the PDA is also used for keeping track of your current mission objectives and obtaining help information.
So you can see that there's already several similarities to System Shock, like the PDA and the email logs, and you have med hypos now instead of patches, but that same stuff still applies.
Now it's time to learn about jumping and mantling.
Yay,
To
jumping.
jump, simply press the space bar.
Yay!
Some surfaces can
Mantling.
be mantled onto by holding down the space bar. Mantling lets you pull yourself up to ledges and other high places in front of you. Give it a try. To climb a ladder, simply walk into it and look upward. You'll automatically start climbing the ladder.
It's so much easier than System Shock, where you had to move into the wall and look up and hold the space bar, and it's just like, holy crap. Attaching yourselves to ladder attaching yourself to a ladder when you're at the top of it is a little wonkier. Although they may have. Yeah, I think the modifications made to the engine helped that a little bit. I don't remember if it was the engine modifications that were made or if it was a modification to the mission file. I don't really know. I'd have to look it back up. There's a lot of stuff about System Shock 2 that I've forgotten, just because it's been so long since I learned it.
You've done well. Remember, if you're unclear on any aspect of what you've just learned, you can repeat the training as often as you wish.
Don't worry, I think I got it. That was just for informational purposes only.
If you've completed basic training, you're ready for the advanced lessons provided here. Advanced training will familiarize you with the 3 key areas of military service: weapons training, technical training, and psionics training. Approach the Cyberlink booth of your choice to train in that area. When you finish training in the 3 areas, proceed directly to the recruitment center to choose and start your military career.
Aye, sir. So, when you, you'll see this in a bit, but in this game you have basically 3 career paths you can choose from. You can be a Marine, you can be in the Navy, or you can be a psionic specialist. So these are the 3 specialization areas that you can train in, because each one has different, some of them have different MFDs that you'll use, and different weaponry and stuff like that. So.
Alright, wannabe. If you want to learn the weapon skills it takes to even think about joining the Marines,
Wannabe.
come on in. We're looking for a few good men.
They're still looking for a few good men. Haven't found them yet, huh? Alright.
Now we'll teach you how to handle a firearm. Pick up the pistol and good to have you on board. You'll notice when you're in the Cyberlink booth, the UNN has kindly provided you with a virtual cyber interface and all the simulated skill levels you'll need for the training tasks.
Yep.
But don't get too cocky. They'll disappear once you leave the booth.
Dang it. So yeah, you got like a ton of hack and maintenance. A ton of maintain skill. A ton of maintenance skill.
Now we'll teach you how to handle a firearm. Pick up the pistol and the clip from the table. You can equip the weapon in one of two ways. Bring up your inventory and drag the pistol to your weapons equipped slot near the right-hand side of your inventory. If that's too slow for you, you can use the hotkeys on the keyboard. Press 2. If the pistol was in your inventory, it will equip for you automatically. To lock and load the ammo clip, hit the R key or hit the reload button on the lower right corner of your screen.
Way ahead of you,
Once
cowboy.
you load the firearm, take a shot at the dummy robot by pressing your left mouse button when in shoot mode. Notice how its health bar gets shorter as you chip away at it.
If you notice, if you're quick, you notice there's a slide action on the pistol there. Whoops. That's actually new. That's something that was in the improved pistol model that I downloaded.
Some items need to be charged with energy before they can be used. Pick up the laser pistol. Now use the recharging station nearby.
That's a
The
sweet
recharge station will juice up all of your energy-based items.
sweet looking laser
weapons,
pistol.
batteries, you name it.
You name it. It's 5, I think, yeah. Dang it. Boom, baby. Look at those explosions. Come back. Oh, I love the explosions. They're so pretty. They weren't always that pretty. Not in the original, anyway.
Weapons are not fine wines. They do not get better with age. The colored dot on the lower right corner of the screen tells you what kind of shape your firearm is in. Green is good,
laser pistol's
red is
pretty
bad.
good.
To fight the effects of wear and tear, a soldier with maintenance skill can use a maintenance tool to improve the condition of his weapon. Just pick up the tool, open your inventory, and drag the tool onto your pistol. Remember,
Kaboom.
maintenance tools are only good for a single use.
Works for me. Not really sure why this is here. It doesn't really serve any purpose.
Good work. Now you're ready for the Marines. Take a look at the other training areas first before you enlist. They might just come in handy.
They might. They might just. Might just.
Inside, we'll teach you the basics of some technical skills you'll need in the Navy.
Navy. Technical. Navy is the one I typically choose because I like the hacking and stuff like that.
Welcome. You'll notice when you're in the Cyberlink booth, we'll provide you with a temporary cyber interface and the skills you need to accomplish the training tasks. But they'll only last so long as you're in the booth.
Again, not sure why this is here.
The object in front of you is a container of nanites. Nanites are consumed whenever you perform technical tasks, such as hacking or repairing. When you pick up the container of nanites, they do not go in your general inventory, but are instead displayed in use mode on the bottom left of your screen.
More
Walk
money!
over to the keypad by the door and try out hacking.
More money, more money, more money.
Use the keypad by right-clicking on it. To the right of the number pad, you'll see an orange tab labeled Hack. Left-click on the tab. Text will appear indicating the difficulty of the hack and any bonuses that apply. Click on the Start button to begin hacking. You'll see a grid of nodes. Clicking on a node will either turn it bright or dark. To successfully hack, you must connect 3 bright nodes in a straight line. Beware the ice nodes with
like
red
a
outlines.
15% chance of
If one of these
actually
turns
winning.
dark, you fail the hack, and you might break the item you're working on or worse. You can restart your hack attempt at any time by hitting the reset button, though you'll have to pay the nanite cost again.
Fair enough. Mo money.
You can use nanites to buy items from replicators. To use a replicator, right-click on it. Then left-click on the item you wish to purchase. The item you purchased will drop into the slot below. Make sure you pick up your purchases before you leave.
Thank you for choosing Value Wrap.
Thank you for choosing Value Rep. You're welcome.
Hi there.
I appreciate you.
Please make your selection.
And you can hack replicators too, to get you
Hi there.
better,
Please make your selection.
Reinitialized.
better items.
Thank you for being. Hope you enjoyed replicating with us. Remember, Tuesdays are double rep days.
Huh? That's new.
Thank you for choosing Value Rep. Thank you for choosing. Thank you for choosing. Hope you enjoyed replicating with us. Remember, Tuesdays are double rep days.
Ha! That's new. I never heard that before. But yeah, you can hack replicators to actually to give you different items and cheaper prices on items that are already offered.
Hi there. Please make your selection. Hi there. Please make your selection. Please make your selection. Please make your selection.
Sorry, I was just checking to see if there was another message. That's cool. I never heard that before. Ha! That's neat.
You learned the basics of the technical skills. There are several other technical skills you'll learn throughout the course of your career, such as repairing items and modifying weapons. The cyber interfaces for these tasks are similar to the hacking interface.
Yeah, you can repair weapons if they break,
the other training courses.
and modify them to get like different damage bonuses and things like that. Also, hold bigger clips, stuff like that.
Inside, you will learn how to reach out with your mind. Do not let fear block your path.
Do not let fear block your path, young Padawan.
We've provided you with a virtual interface and the temporary ability to project simulated psionic powers.
If you'll notice, your basketball is the only thing that will actually carry with you between these two training rooms.
The red bar at the lower left of your screen tells you how many psi points you have. Psi points symbolize the current ability to use your psi powers.
Wrong one.
Psi hypos replenish your psi points. Try using a psi hypo and watch your psi points increase. When you've reached your maximum in psi points, move to the next station.
Watch your psi points increase. Love it. Love it. Yeah, the for some reason the psi hypos like immediately refill your psi points, and well, I guess that's because it's like a weapon. Because it's a weapon, it's like ammo for your psi weapon. So I guess that makes sense. That does make sense.
This psi amp amplifies your psi powers and lets you project them into the real world.
Ooh.
To equip it, pick it up, and then hit the tilde key.
So
Firing the psi amp activates your currently selected psi discipline. You currently have access to 2 disciplines.
Indeed.
Cryokinesis and kinetic redirection. Go into use mode and click on the arrows on the bottom right of the screen. This will cycle through your available psi disciplines. Later, clicking on the arrows above the number to the left will allow you to select psi disciplines from higher tiers. Use cryokinesis to destroy the robot and kinetic redirection to pull that nanite container towards you. Be careful. Holding down the mouse button can augment the power, but holding it down for too long will cause burnout, which will damage you. If you run out of psi points, use another psi hypo.
Oop, hello. Cha-king. I never really used psionics that much. I don't know if I've ever played a full game as a psi spook.
Mastery of the mind is a slow but rewarding process. Return to this area if you need more guidance. Before you enlist in the OSA, it would be useful to experiment in the other training courses.
But yeah, I don't know if I ever played a full game as an OSA agent. I've played as a Marine and as a Navy officer. I don't think I ever played OSA straight though. I tinkered around with some of the disciplines, but I never really wanted to play as OSA for some reason. I don't know why.
Here's where you make your choice, soldier. Here's where you enlist in one of the 3 branches of the military. Once you decide on your branch of service, there's no going back. A shuttle will take you to a UNN orbital space station, where you'll receive a briefing regarding your yearly postings. Good luck.
So, here's where we are. OSA, Navy, or Marines. I'm going to go with Navy just because that's what I typically do. I like the Navy. Alright. Oh, something I forgot to mention earlier is I'm actually playing the game on the hard difficulty. I considered there are 4 difficulties: easy, normal, hard, and impossible. The impossible is pretty stinking hard. I've played this game a lot, but I haven't played it at all much recently, so because I haven't done too much recently with it, I decided not to do the highest difficulty, which was what I anticipated doing in the beginning. So I decided not to do that, and I'm instead playing on the next. Ooh, look at Earth. That's neat and new. Wait, is that supposed to be Earth? Can't really tell from here. Maybe. It kind of looks like. That kind of looks like Africa, but no, it can't be because there's a thing. I don't know. I don't think that's Earth. Anyway, so I'm not going to play on impossible. I'm just going to play on hard, which should still prove to be a decent challenge. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely not Earth, although there's an odd similarity in some respects. Hey, look, a shuttle. Anyway, sorry. There's like I said, there have been a lot of changes made with small improvements and things like that. So little tiny things just kind of draw me in now. Anyway.
Welcome aboard the space station Chesapeake Bay, sailor.
Well, thank you.
It looks like you've picked up some standard weapon skills at basic on Coronado Island.
Not really.
Now it's time for your tour of duty. Your tour will consist of 4 postings over 4 years. In this man's Navy, you're given a choice of 3 different postings a year. It's up to you to decide what kind of career you want to have, so choose wisely. Just approach a shuttle bay to receive a briefing on a posting. If you think that posting is right for you, head into that bay to accept the assignment.
Alrighty then. Seems simple enough. So there's some interesting scenery around here, but nothing too terribly exciting. Can't obviously go in any of these places. Holy crap, look at that. Little doors. There weren't doors before. Huh. Nice.
The UNN Lucille is looking for an ops training officer to learn the ship's navigation and data control systems. You'll get your feet wet with the high-tech systems, but also expect some heavy lifting.
Notice in the top middle, it's whenever you trigger one of these briefings, it shows you the skills that you're going to gain when you try each one out. So the skills from this one is
the UNN Lucille is looking for an ops training officer to learn the ship's navigation and data control systems. You'll get your feet wet with the high-tech systems, but also expect some heavy lifting.
The disciplines you have, like strength, hack, endurance, and all that, they all have 6 levels that you can acquire, and you can boost beyond that with special items and things like that. But the main upgrade path takes you through a maximum of 6 levels.
The UNN Lucille is looking for an engineer's mate to help maintain the ship's core energy systems. There's some heavy lifting involved, sailor, but you'll learn your way around the high-tech equipment. The UNN Lucille is looking for volunteers for their military police detachment. Those sailors can get pretty rowdy on these year-long cruises, so you better not be afraid of a tussle.
Yeah. So, basically, you've got +1 modify, +1 repair, and +1 hack to choose from. All three of them give you +1 strength. I am going to go with
the UNN
hack.
Lucille is looking for an ops training
Hack
officer
is a
to learn
very
the ship's
useful skill to
navigation
have.
and data control systems. You'll get your feet.
And there we go. February 13th, 2112. Your tour of duty aboard the UNN Lucille is concluded. You spent a productive year. Captain Mayer was pleased with your work, especially with the initiative you showed in physical training. A friendly ensign showed you some back doors into the ship's primary data loop. I'll bet she did. And you spent your time off pumping good old-fashioned iron. You gained +1 hack and +1 strength. Your dose starts you out over here, so you don't have to walk all the way back from the beginning again. Oh, no doors. Bummer.
The UNN Carfax is undertaking a mission to examine a newly discovered Class B comet approaching the outer solar system. You'll likely pick up some useful skills working with the high-tech navigation systems aboard this newly commissioned heavy cruiser.
Cyber affinity is a skill that will it helps give you a better chance of not destroying whatever you're hacking or modifying or repairing. It basically lowers the percentage of the difficulty of the hack. So like that 15% thing I mentioned earlier when I was hacking the keypad, it would help that go down, basically. I think it also lessens the occurrence of ice nodes and possibly a couple other things, but that's the basis of it.
The UNN Pierce is ferrying liberated political prisoners back home from their detention near Saturn. The Pierce has been assigned a detachment of Marines and needs sailors to load, administer, and maintain the arms on board the ship.
Interestingly, some of these postings, that's +1 maintenance, some of these postings actually are the same between the different what am I trying to say? Between the Marines and the Navy and the OSA, some of these are duplicates. Like that one, it's a duplicate, but the mission description is different, and what you get from the description is different, or what you get from the mission is also different, I believe. Like the skills you get.
Laverne, Florida hosts the Navy's premier tactical training school. While maybe not as respected as the Marines facility at Fort Bush, there's a lot to be learned here.
+2 standard weapons. I think you actually can go to the Fort Bush if you join the Marines. +2 standard weapons is good, but I think I'm going to go with the cyber affinity instead. Hacking is a lot more akin to sneaking around and avoiding security rather than punching through it, although you still end up punching through a lot of stuff.
The UNN Carfax is undertaking a mission to examine a newly discovered class...
February 11th, 2113. Your tour of duty aboard the UNN Carfax has concluded. It was a good year for you, but not a great one for the Carfax. After taking a surprise hit from a small meteoroid that separated from the larger mass, the Carfax was forced to limp home with 123 casualties, including the chief navigation officer. You stepped in and filled his shoes, and by the end of the year, you became quite skilled with the NeuroNav interface. +2 cybernetic affinity. And year 3 gives you this little Easter egg here. The Macarena droid, the infamous Macarena droid, actually. One of the most well-known Easter eggs in System Shock 2, and one of the one of the most feared if you're ever on the Through the Looking Glass boards. I remember back in the day, people would make fun of anyone who mentioned, "Hey, have you seen the Macarena droid?" Because everyone knew about the Macarena droid. It was good times. Good times.
The Navy's Marie Curie research facility on Aquinas 4 is currently conducting research on a new strain of spaceborne virus that killed 220,000 citizens of New Atlanta. To lift the quarantine, we must determine how the virus pierced the city's micronanite shielding.
+1 research is actually a good skill to have. Research will actually allow you to research the organs of your enemies, and it'll give you damage bonuses and things like that. So that's actually a pretty good skill.
The Navy maintains a survival training school on the surface of Io, the third moon of Jupiter. Pros: there's no better way to improve stamina and survival skills. Cons: the 21.2% mortality rate.
When you get this choice in the Marines, he mentions one of the cons being, plus you have to spend a year with a bunch of Navy skags, and it's funny. The hate between the Marines and the Navy is still strong.
The Navy strongly encourages every sailor to undertake some amount of zero-G training. A year at the Yamamoto space station in Earth's orbit will more than suffice.
This one's always been a little bit difficult for me, because agility is a really good skill. It helps you run faster, move faster, and swing your melee weapons faster. But endurance is also very good, especially... The Navy maintains a
survival training school on the surface of Io, the third moon of Jupiter. Pros: there's no better way to improve
especially when
and
you're
survival
trying
skills.
to survive
Cons:
at a higher
the
difficulty.
21.2% mortality rate.
Because the higher the difficulty is, the fewer hit points you have. And then research is always good, but it's also easy to get a level 1 research. So I think I'm going to skip that one. Let's go ahead with endurance.
The Navy maintains a survival training school on the surface of Io, the third moon of Jupiter.
I might regret that later. Hopefully not. Your tour of duty, February 9th, 2114, sorry. Your tour of duty at the Io Survival Training Facility has concluded. You managed to survive your year there, barely. The encounter with a descendant of a Citadel Station Gorilla Tiger Mutant, Gore Tiger Mutant, put you in the sickbay for a month. You've learned to respect the wonders of biogenetics and have trained your body to excellent physical condition. Yeah, if you've ever seen me, I'm not in excellent physical condition. You've gained +2 endurance.
Reinitializing memory streams. Restoring patient memory. Restoring memory. Restoring memory.
Steady yourself, soldier. This is Dr. Janice Polito of the Computer Ops Staff of the Von Braun. You're safe for the time being. You're recovering from the effects of surgery and will be unable to remember any of the events of the last few weeks. You're on board the starship Von Braun and something's gone very, very wrong. Some kind of force has hijacked this ship.
That's why you volunteered to be implanted with some experimental cybernetic implants. Rely on your cyber interface. It just might save your life. You must find an elevator and come up to Deck 4 to meet me. Deck 4. Can you remember that? But keep your eyes open. They're after us both now. Watch out. I'm getting strange readings from that radar dish outside the window. It's become unstable due to... Move! Take cover!
Oh boy. Ah! Where's the door? So, here we are. System Shock 2. Critical decompression going on. We got our first weapon, the wrench, and we have got to get out of here.
Sector is depressurizing. The blue vacuum shield won't last long. Get through a secure airlock before you're sucked into space. Move it!
There's a security card. Information kiosks that you really don't need to read. Well, I guess you do if it's the first time you're playing the game. Keypad that you can't hack because you don't have any nanites.
Great. I've got to change the access codes out of Cryo A again. Like I've got nothing better to do. I think Grassy just likes to make work for me. I'll set the new code to 45100. That should be easy enough to remember.
Sound familiar? And there's one of those guys. Affectionately known as a shotgun hybrid. We'll meet those again later. Lots of them. They're so much fun.
Warning. Decompression event imminent. Please move immediately to Cryo Recovery B. Decompression event imminent.
Notice movement is a lot easier in this game than it is in the original. There's another wrench in case you missed the first one.
This power cell is dead. There should be a recharger nearby. Just use it and it will recharge all the power-driven devices in your possession.
Yes, thank you.
After you've recharged the cell, plug it into the auxiliary power unit. That should open the airlock door. Be quick about it. The vacuum seals won't hold up much longer. Good. You've managed to get out before the whole area depressurized. I've just uploaded you some cybernetic modules. You can use them to upgrade your cybernetic rig at the upgrade units in this area. There are 4 types of units in the next room, one for each subsystem of your cybernetic gear. Stats, psi, weapons, and tech. But use the modules carefully. They're hard to come by.
Indeed they are. Alright, so kind of a bit of a rushed ending there, or rushed opening there. So, we've got Dr. Polito taking on the role of, what's-her-face, Rebecca Lansing. And we've got absolutely no idea what's going on here, taking on the role of the guy who had absolutely no idea what was going on in the first System Shock. So, lots of similarities, but completely different story. There are a few things you can do around here. Got some nanites we can pick up. Some mantling through solid objects that we can do. Just ignore that. And there's some... Where is it? Hang on. There's some... yeah, they are. Some goodies here that you can grab through the metal. Yeah, like I said, just ignore all that. It was meant for Psy-pull people, I'm assuming, but dang it! You can actually, if your timing's right, you can actually grab them for yourself through the... Hang on, we'll get this in a second. There we go. Speed booster and some bullets. Here are the upgrade units that they mentioned, or that Polito mentioned rather. And 4 more cyber modules for you to use at them. So we'll get to those in a second. Let's go ahead and clear this out first. Not gonna worry about those. Got a med hypo here. Whoops. Broken door. Since we have nanites, we can go ahead and hack this panel. 45% difficulty might not be worth it. Jeez. Dang it. Dang. Well, failed that one. Okay, so here are the upgrade units. Stats, psi, weapons, and tech, just like Polito said. So here under stats you've got, oh, that's neat. Here under stats you've got strength, endurance, your psionic abilities, agility, and cybernetic affinity. All of which are fairly low except for, well, actually, oh, that's right, I did get the two strength. Still have the touchpad enabled, as you can tell. And that thing goes down if you leave it alone. We're not going to worry too much about the psi skills. Got hack, repair, modify, maintenance are pretty low, and research is not there either. And then you've got weapons, just the standard stuff we got here. I think I'm gonna, ooh, hello. I think I'm gonna start with I can't upgrade my hack. Let's go ahead and do that, and I'll save the rest for the research. Hack should help me out a little bit here. Yeah, now it's 35%. Should be a little easier. Maybe. There.
Security access compromised. Security access compromised.
So we got a couple speed boosters and a brawn boost implant. Implants are a new thing in System Shock 2. They're powered by the same energy that gets recharged by the recharge stations. When you equip the brawn boost, for example, you get an increase of your strength stat. So your strength goes up by 1. Take it away, it goes back down. When the implant runs out of power again, it goes back down. Notice your strength also increases your available inventory slots, which is kind of cool. So, I never really used implants that much. I probably could have used them more, and it would have worked out. Things would have worked out better for me. But oh, I forgot to get these. I did, but I never really did. Second level, we've got some more doors to check out. Med hypo, please, thank you. Little explosion, Science Sector access card, it'll get us out of this area. And break glass in emergency. Some shotgun shells and a psi hypo. Some nice broken glass. All these information terminals are basically going over stuff that you already know, so we're not going to worry about anything that they say. There's a psi amp, but weapons take up 3 inventory slots, and I really don't have any to spare right now. Can I equip it? I can, but I don't need it, so I'm not going to worry about that. Here is where you would stand to pull your goodies towards you if you had psionic abilities. You probably can jump over to that, but again, I'm not going to worry about it, so there's no reason to. Now here,
can somebody let me out? I can't find my card. Please, let me out of here.
You see your first ghost sequence, which is, that kind of freaked me out the first time I played this. I'm not gonna lie. That it was not the most settling thing I had ever seen in my life. And this, keep in mind that I played this many years ago, and this was my very first-person shooter. So what is about to follow scared the crap out of me, and I couldn't play the game for like weeks.
Well done. I'm uploading some more modules.
This scared the mess out of me. Hi. Ah. No, stop it. Aha. Stop it. You saw me physically leaning back there. Yeah. Those guys rushing at me, and it looked a little less realistic than these. Scared the crap out of me. Okay. So I got some nanites, and I got a hybrid organ, which I can't do anything with because I don't have any research skill. But like I said before, research will allow you to research the organs of your enemies and some weapons that you'll find later along the way. So System Shock 2 is an interesting game. Ah, there's the music. System Shock 2 is an interesting game. Well, and System Shock did kind of the same thing, where it kind of threw you in, didn't really explain a whole lot. It told you how to play, but it didn't really explain what was going on. You kind of have to piece together the story yourself through logs and other events that you can see. 40%. That's probably gonna suck. Dang. Here's a security control station you can use to hack security, but we're not going to worry about that right now. And here's our our second actually real audio log.
Why is it that no one listens to me?
Well, because your accent's
protocols
atrocious.
on the Xerxes system are clearly immature. Some idiot hacked into the primary data loop last night and made Xerxes sing Elvis Presley songs for 3 hours. I finally had to pull the voice subsystem offline. What would happen if someone with a real agenda got into him?
My hero. So you do have some chips and some liquor. Alcohol will restore your health, just like juice will, like 1 point at a time, but it'll also decrease your side points. Fortunately, we don't really care about the side points, so liquor will be used to our heart's content. There's several different ways we can go here. We do have a map also, which fills itself in as you go along. Of course, me being me, jeez, and I should remember that, but I didn't. Me being me, I've got a lot of these levels pretty much memorized, so... Now here is our first security camera. See, it notices you, and turns yellow, and will focus in on you. If you stay out of sight long enough, hear it turning, searching again, because it can't see you. And then it flips back over to green. Security cameras in System Shock 2 act different than in 1. In System Shock 1, you had, like the percentage of a security level, and you destroyed cameras to help take that down. In System Shock 2, there's not that same mechanic, but security cameras do alert enemies to your presence, and it will actually cause enemies to spawn and come after you. So it's a good idea to keep out of sight or destroy security when you can. Security cameras when you can.
Damn. The power outage has also taken out access to this bulkhead. It's the only way to get to the medical subsection. Pick up the battery from the floor and find a recharger. The one you used before is in hard vacuum now, I'm afraid, but there should be another one on this deck. Once you get the battery recharged, place it in the auxiliary override.
There's also this, the Game Pig and the Game Pig cartridge. It acts just like the, something which I don't think I showed off in System Shock 1 was like the little games that you can play, that you pick up in cyberspace. This one is kind of the same thing. This is a little version of Minesweeper that you can play that I just destroyed. And the funny thing is, hack skill 6 is required to hack it. We're gonna go ahead and dump that, because I'm not gonna be doing too much with it, but if you do hack it, you gain access to all the games. Alright, slowly, carefully. Got some plants, which are completely useless, at least for now.
Marie, I've got to restrict access to engineering until we can figure out what to do down there. It's just too hot. I don't know where all the hazard suits went, so I'm reduced to bringing down an armful of rad hypos. Those damn things always give me a headache.
Hello, I'm weirding out on the controls here for some reason. So we're trying to go. What? Oh, energy. We're trying to go this way, and we're gonna have to recharge the battery before we can do that. There's a surprisingly small amount of enemies. Oh, speaking of which, hi. It's interesting if you actually listen to some of the things the enemies say, like "kill me" and things like that. Unfortunately, you don't really get much of a chance to listen to them before they try to bite your face off, so...
On most decks, you'll find a quantum bioreconstruction device. Xerxes shut them all down, but I've discreetly put them back online. You'll need to interface with each machine locally to provide a quantum entanglement sample. Once you do that, the device will be able to rebuild your body essentially from scratch.
Sound familiar?
It's not pleasant, but it's preferable to slow decomposition.
Yep. A regeneration chamber, just like the ones in System Shock. Except the ones in System Shock 2 actually cost nanites, 10 nanites to regenerate you. Unless you're playing on like the easiest level. Or the easiest difficulty. Then they're free. But where's the fun in that, right? Alright, so... Is there something else I was gonna... No, guess not. Xerxes, by the way, is the ship's computer. I don't remember if that was ever explained in another cutscene or anything, but that's what Xerxes is.
God damn. Somebody's hacked into this thing again. I'm gonna tell Delacroix.
Yeah, you do that.
Hi there. Please make your selection. Hi there. Please make your selection.
Oh yeah, skill 3 required to hack the replicators. Dang it! Hey, a pistol! Sweet. I forgot that's where your first gun is.
This is Xerxes. Please report any unauthorized database interactions to your direct superior. Remember, smooth operation is everybody's responsibility.
And yes, this is the personification of Xerxes. Not really sure why he has a face, but he does. More booze.
I've been unable to get in touch with Delacroix. This place is falling apart. Members of my team keep disappearing. The leaks in the venting shaft shorted out the primary access channel, and that means we'll all be on auxiliary power until we can get it back up. That means all the lifts are out. Marie, where the hell are you?
Things are definitely starting to take a turn for the worse. Board good old Von Braun. At least they were, since all these audio logs were in the past.
Xerxes has control of the ship's security system.
Indeed.
Avoid or destroy any security cameras you see. You can hack security computers to power down the cameras too, if you're good enough. But don't botch the job, or you'll set off the alarm yourself. Your corpse is useless to me.
Oh, gee, thanks. Now, security cameras aren't the only security threat aboard the Von Braun. You also have those little beauties. Weapon turrets. Which I should have actually done this. Yeah, okay. Made it. So there's some bullets down here and some goodies. Actually, it's just some bullets. No. But, yeah, these little beauties are not fun to mess with. Yep, there you go. So there are machine gun turrets like that one. And then there are also, I think they just fire standard bullets. And then there are also laser turrets, and there are rocket turrets later on in the game, which are so much fun. Hey, look, an actual bullet hole. Bunch of cool new stuff. Let's see if we can get out of here without getting destroyed. Ow! Ouch. Good thing I got my booze and my chips. Crew quarters, which I can't get into yet.
Access needed.
So we'll have to go back the other way.
That insipid computer Xerxes has shut down the elevator as well. You can transfer power to the engine core on Deck 1, which will get the elevator up and running again. But you can't use the elevator to get down there. Wait. There's some kind of maintenance access right on this hallway.
Oh, you mean through there?
You can use it to reach Deck 1.
Where it says maintenance shaft?
However, it's locked, and Xerxes is hiding the passcode from me.
And of course you can't.
Dr. Watts should have the code. He's probably in the crew subsection. Grassi has the key to get in there, but he's in the medical subsection, probably near the biopsy lab.
Of course.
Now get to the medical subsection and find Grassi.
But I can't get to the medical subsection because my power cell is dead. Yay! So, yeah, level 4, Deck 4, of course, is where we're ultimately heading to meet up with Polito, who's like the only person who's actually able to help us in this daggone station. Whoop. Hi. There it is. And if you'll notice where we are now... Oh gosh, hi. Ow! You notice he was about to tell you to run. Very interesting things going on here. This is where we passed through before. We crawled through the ventilation shaft at the very beginning. Oh gosh, hi. Ow! Jeez. Dude. And there's the other wonderful sound that you recognize from the beginnings of this game. Hi, monkey. Monkeys! They're so cute until they try to kill you. Yeah, you'll get a chance to see later why I killed the monkey. Because they don't like you very much. Actually, you can see right here. They've had a little bit of experimentation going on in their heads there. One neat thing about System Shock 2 is it was built off of the engine that was used for the Thief games. Thief games were all about stealth, and they had mechanisms built into the engine that were good for hiding in the shadows. You can actually use those to your advantage in System Shock 2. You can't actually In Thief, you had a light, what was called a light gem, that showed you how hidden you in darkness you were. And as you moved further into the shadows, it would darken down. You don't have that in System Shock 2, but the actual mechanic is still there. So the shadows will actually hide you fairly well. Unfortunately, there aren't that many shadows in this game to hide with, but there's some antitoxin hypos, which we'll need if we get any toxic poisoning going on, which does happen. What is that? Oh, security crates. Okay. And here is our goal that we can't really see. Oh, because I'm looking the wrong way, because I'm an idiot. Here's our goal. Recharge station. That's where we're headed for right now.
Ever since we reached Tau Ceti, the lab monkeys have been acting strangely.
Indeed.
Nurse Lesser picked one out of a cage to be brought in for vivisection, and the rest of them, I mean the entire group, stood up on their legs and howled. This wasn't just a random display. It was a protest.
A lot of interesting stuff is going on here. Sometimes it's kind of hard to follow the story because of everything that's happening all at once. But yeah, this isn't going to go well. But if you actually do try to follow it, it's very interesting what all goes on. Oh gosh, I don't want to try that. Hey, sweet. 11 nanites, red hypo, and a med hypo. Excellent. Version 1 research software. Research software, there's research, modify, hack, and repair software. It kind of boosts your different stats a little bit. I don't know the exact science behind those, unfortunately. That's one of the things that I never actually tried to understand. But it does help your chances of actually succeeding a hack or modify attempt or things like that. We're actually getting to, well, yeah, I think I'll go ahead and stop here, and we'll pick up what's behind that door in the next episode. So, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, bye.